So we're back again, and today we're going to work with Bidalasana, also known as cat-cow, also known as Bidalasana. So Lisa, my lovely student, is going to set up on hands and knees. So you can place a blanket under your knees just for a little cushion for the knees. And then you'll want your hands right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. And you want to be careful of the tendency to hyperextend elbows. So there should be just kind of a micro bend in your elbows. And this pose, so one of the great benefits of this pose is it helps you to synchronize movement with your breath. So Lisa's going to take a breath in here. And then as she breathes out, she's going to press into her arms so her upper back rounds and press her belly to her back so her lower back rounds. Beautiful. And then on her inhaling breath, she's going to reverse this into the cow position. So tail lifts, head lifts. And you want to be careful that you don't lift so much that you shorten or compress in the back of your neck. So then exhale, tailbone tucks down, belly presses to the back rounds up towards the sky. You have a beautiful range here, Lisa.
Thank you.
And then breathe in, your tailbone lifts. Your head lifts. You can even think of sternum, so your breastbone reaching forward as you lift up, and then breathe out, coming back to that rounded shape. So Lisa's going to continue working with her breath here. So it's a core strengthener, subtle core strengthener as you round your back up. Your pelvic floor will engage, your low belly will engage. It also can bring relief if you have low back pain at all. And these little rocking movements along the spine are excellent warm-ups for moving into the deeper poses that we do. So it's like each of these movements opens up and stretches all of those little muscles that connect vertebra to vertebra. And there's also a little movement that happens in the shoulders here from rounding. The shoulders come in one position, and then when she arches her spine, it shifts that shoulder joint. So you get a little subtle warming movement in the shoulders and the hips as well. So you synchronize with your breath, learn to synchronize movement with the breath. You can relieve back pain. It also can relieve menstrual cramps and strengthen the core. Warm up the muscles along the spine and the shoulders. Now there's a variation you can try, Ekapada, Bidalasana or Bidalasana, and that is Ekapada, Eka one, Pada, leg, foot actually. So for Ekapada, on your exhaling breath, you'll curl your knee in towards your chest. So back rounds again. And then as you inhale, arching the spine and leg extends, you want to keep a little tone in your belly so you don't collapse in your back. So then continuing there, exhale, curl in, inhale, finding extension through the spine and all the way out through that leg. And then exhale, curling in. If you choose that variation, you want to make sure that you give the opposite leg equal time. And now for some of you, being on hands and knees may not work for wrists. It may be uncomfortable for wrists, and it may be uncomfortable for your knees. So Lisa is going to show you a variation of a seated cat-cow pose. So for this one, you sit with your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. You want your feet and your knees hip width apart. And then you can have your arms extended. That requires a little more energy, or you can hold behind your knees if you're feeling a little fatigue. And on your inhaling breath, your feet will isometrically pull back towards you. That'll tip you to the front edge of your sitting bones. And then you breathe right up the front of your spine to create that arching shape. Excellent. And then as you breathe out, feet press forward. See how that pulls her right to the back of her sitting bones, back rounds. Inhale, feet draw in so nicely. So lifting up the front of the spine. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale and lifting. So again, you're still getting those tiny rocking movements in the spine. You get a little leg strengthening. spinning here as you pull your feet towards you. That also helps to engage the pelvic floor and the deep belly muscles in this movement. And then the next time that you inhale, coming just to a neutral spine. And that is Bidalasana, or cat-cow. So this is a great practice to, if it's the only practice you do first thing in the morning. It also can be a very calming practice before you go to sleep at night and before you begin your practice, to get all that warming